Good afternoon and welcome. So this is going to be a super intimate reading between CavanKerry Press, which is a New Jersey-based press in business for about 20 years. Coming up next year, we're about to publish our 100th book in March of 2020. And it's going to be a reading with Brick City Collective. Brick City Collective is a group, right now just a solo person as I wait for my partner to get here, but it's a group of artists, activists, educators, teachers, trying to bring the voice of what Newark really is about to that community and further communities. So I thought it was a good idea, as one of the Brick City Collective members, to have CavanKerry Press read in Newark for the first time. I was really wishing that it was a bigger audience, but because of how art festivals turn out, sometimes the intimate readings are a bit better. What I wanted to do something fun in lieu of that, I wanted to do something called a flowetry reading. So this is something that Tina and I thought about together. So one person is going to read a poem, and then the next person reads a poem inspired by the poem that came preceding. So hopefully what's going to end up happening, you're going to see a bunch of nervous poets in front of you shuffling through the papers, trying to find the right poem for the right situation. And all they do is raise their hand or give a nod, and then they're able to talk. I know both of you were working at a bookstore, owned a bookstore, so if you have any poets or poems within those books that you just read or on your minds, you'll be able to come in before you leave also. Okay, and if not, you can just watch. I always want to give that option. Maybe Jonathan's going to come and give us a sign and something. I don't know. So we wanted to do rock, paper, scissors, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to start with rock, paper, scissors.
I have a poem about rock, paper, scissors.
But then she had a poem about rock, paper, scissors, so I think it's a good time to start with the poem about rock, paper, scissors and just see where we go from there.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay.
And Paula just got here, yay! So Paula, I just gave the rules to the flowetry reading already. This is kind of the same thing we did yesterday. Tina Kelley is all the way on your right. Danny Schott is next to Tina Kelley. You will be right here, and then Dimitri Reyes, myself, I'm right here. So then we'll start after that. So Tina, whenever you want, you can start reading. Yeah.
Do you want me to stand or?
You can stand or sit. It's so intimate, like just.
I think I'll sit.
Yeah.
Get my necklace off my glasses.
I don't think you need a mic either, right?
I don't know. Do you?
Okay.
Sure.
You all good? All the way in the back? You're good?
Yay.
Okay. Okay, good.
Which are you and who wins? Do you have little white dog syndrome, where badness in small creatures is considered cute and thus perpetuating? Can you list what you learned by being a parent to a son? Paper or plastic? Salt or fresh? Rock? Are you the type who looks upstream to the bridge? Do you think sometimes, I don't know if I'm faking it, all of it? Are you a prosopagnostic? No memory for faces. Paper. Did the secondhand fortune cookie tell you you're an okay person? Did you then get mad at corporate food and eat all the candy hearts without reading them? Can you be sad near a mariachi band? Scissors. So the short smashes the spiteful, but is covered by the dim. The foggy covers the firm, but is cut by the disheartened. And the despised cuts the hopeful, but is smashed by the dense. And at the end, it's all chance and watching the split second before.
Okay, so everyone got one. So at this point, anyone can jump in.
We have to jump out.
Okay.
Though.
Thank you so
We're
much
glad
for
you
coming.
kidnapped us. It's perfect.
Oh,
Yay.
really? You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I have an immigration.
Sure, yeah.
This is called A National Monument Crosses Over. Forget about it, mother of exiles muttered, rolling 36-inch eyes, dropped her torch, hiked her skirts, stepped over to Jersey. With her stride, 3 hours to Niagara Falls, Canadian side. Seydou Mohammed had a rougher trip. In a 10-hour slog from North Dakota in snow waist high, frostbite took his fingers off. He feared deportation from Minnesota to Ghana, where, because he loves both men and women, they'd kill him. Thin gloves. God blessed Canada with good people, he said, refugee from the land of the free, land I once loved. So it's no wonder Liberty Enlightening the World, her full name, could no longer bear the inscription asking for homeless and poor masses. She turned her francophone sneer and her back to hypocrisy, headed up Bellevue Avenue, past Parsippany, over the Poconos, across the southern tier, into the embrace of Justin Trudeau, who tweets, "Diversity is our strength. Hashtag welcome to Canada. We have more Sikhs in our cabinet than India does. We don't do sweeps." An empty granite pedestal in Upper New York Bay. Since when are we the people others must escape?
Thank you. Pass the mic. Who is it? Okay.
I got one building off of your handprints on the window.
Oh,
Does
okay.
that count?
Yeah.
It's called First Flight, Just the Two of Us. Little happy dirt ghosts shining, handprints on the airport window, sun streaming through them, knee-high hosannas. Sun proclaiming biblically, the Lord delighteth in thee, thy land shall be married. Come back over here, little guy. I think of all you don't know about airplanes. So you play on glass moistly, worship glare, speed, the fast, heavy lurch up. You are the Friday night of a long weekend, all potential. You're my welcome to the human race, late life sun, jackknife in the gene pool. I'm surrounded by vague fellowship, by the babies I'm not having, now that two are plenty, by the night-swollen passenger list, strangers united by admitting distance and grandma are one. At the fair, holding you, I saw the passel of balloons disappearing in the sky. And this is a poem I could live in, the chosen departures, south to see dolphins arcing, planetary in their roundness, east to new cities, to learn gratitude of body for motion and motion for memory, to hear the harmony of home and away, now that home is full too. I wash your tiny hands, send them clapping.
Yeah.
So old.
Wow. Tina, can you talk to us about your CavanKerry book a little bit?
It's called A Bloom and a Rye, and it came out in 2017. I have one called Rise Wildly that's coming out, I just learned, October 6th of 2020. So thank you, I'm really excited. And I love the editing process that the press does, and I love the magic stuff they put on the cover because it makes it petable, and the little end flap too, so you can hold your places.
That end flap. I really like that end flap.
It's really
And
awesome.
that embossed CavanKerry sign on the first page.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah. That's a guy.
This is called Planting Nearest the Prayer. You, new garden, have all the charms of a 7-month-old baby. You sit up and smile, stay where I put you for a few short weeks. You haven't confounded me yet. I haven't fallen behind or failed, or felt regret. See verve, new ambition. See various hopes. What tricks will you do? Attract bees, give me edible blue flowers to freeze in ice cubes, produce blooms for each room and for hanging from attic rafters, herbs for a summer of dishes, seed heads for finches in the fall. I'm curious, what will thrive and reseed and naturalize? Which will the squirrels eat, the drought singe, the trees overshade? With compost from 3 years of dinners, night crawlers from the men, not yet severed soaker hose dug in to bathe roots, you may turn marvelous. My wine, you erase the thump in the gut, turn me capable and desired. I want to visit you, parse the dusk birdsong, feel the spring rinsing, the possibility of jewels ever unmined deep under the ocean floor. It's, okay. The title's for Joan, the deathy part is not for Joan. And this is from Rise Wildly, which is not out yet. The birthday bell tolls. I had the happiest birthday ever, 2 days after my dear one's awful news. All my thoughts held new words: resection, alopecia, neurasthenia, progression, protocol, portacaf, immunocompromised, palliative. But sledding with the children down Library Hill, I saw the trees moving fast, dusky, smooth, cinematic. I squealed, heard laughs and barking, and all I wanted was what the baby wanted, more again, and I could comply. The bourdon, the largest, deepest tone in a carillon, determines its character, like the drone in a bagpipe, continuous low note all others build from. This man was 11 when his father died. His wife's parents beat her often. That one's mother moved away mid-childhood. He grew up with a very handicapped brother, and we all keep living. Our songs turn minor and dissonant. Our songs weave themes we never would have chosen. We hum them anyway, often others join in, harmonizing. I've always feared the dark, loved the nightlight, squinting at it, watching iridescent patterns from one speck of brightness, company. I hate the mechanical Santa, I hate the beige hospital walls and commercials. If I were dead in deep night and could see them only once a week, they'd be my bliss. Some birthdays I've grasped at slipping fertility, worried about gray hair, a bigger bunion, or why my eyelid keeps twitching. Now, as I skate with healthy, unbalanced, vertical, free children, I feel the illusion of, perhaps, the gift of, yes, as yet unnumbered months, the greatest imaginable present. Lamar says I had 34 foster placements. Lamar says I'm gay and celibate. Celibate, as if it's not hard enough being black and Cherokee and orphaned and beaten up and Southern and gay. Celibate, Jesus. Lamar says you should give that baby up for adoption, Tanika. Tanika says give your own damn self up for adoption, Lamar. Simon says you're too old. Simon says, did you go to your meeting? Simon says, do you need an interview soon? Simon says you're going to be great. Simon didn't say, Simon did. Little G said, I'm going to the Underwood Hotel. Lamar said, that's just the sand under the boardwalk. Little G said, I don't care, it's home. Simon says, come back as soon as you can. Little G says, yeah, whatevs. Lamar said, Little G's dad said, you cost too much to feed. Sound familiar? Lamar says, I am never going to do shit like that to a child, and excuse my language. Simon didn't say it would be easy. Simon says, believe in yourself. Simon says, I do. Little G said, I'm out of here. Simon couldn't say.
And I gotta say, I read that poem in my van, because I live in a converted van now. It's like a mobile home. I read that in the van with the light off, and it was a day where it was like 55 degrees, and I was already feeling like how cold it was and how alone you could feel while I was reading that poem by flashlight. Oh. Right? So it was an experience. And I was like, damn. And actually, I stopped reading your book after that. I actually closed it. I put it away because I wanted to stay on that poem for the book. I'll finish your book later, though.
There's a quiz at the end, right?
Yeah, there's a quiz at the end. There's a quiz.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sam.